everyone, today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on a smoky eye using neutral colors. However, it doesn't have to be boring. I decided to do today not only neutrals with a pop to them, but also a really strong lip. So if you like this look, continue watching. I greatly appreciate it, and have a great weekend. Thanks. Bye. Okay, so I'm going to get the tutorial started. First, I'm going to prime my eye using Urban Decay Primer Potion. It's in a little jar as usual. I already did that, so I'm going to take my first eyeshadow. It's actually Expensive Pink from MAC. It's this one. And it's this really pretty pink, corally kind of grapefruit color. It's really nice. So I'm taking my 239 MAC brush. It's just a small all-over shadow brush. And this I'm just going to pack on instead of sweep on the inner third of my inner corner. And this is going on the lid and then a little bit up into the crease and above it. I'm going to be taking my concealer brush, and I don't use concealer brushes like I mentioned in my first tutorial. I use them for paints and cream pots and cream color bases and all that jazz. I'm actually going to be taking MAC's Artifact paint pot, and this is really pretty aubergine, auburn, eggplant, reddish brown brick. Like, it's this really nice multicolored paint pot. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm taking a little bit on my synthetic brush. Make sure you use a synthetic brush. If you use one with natural bristles, you're going to destroy the hair. You're going to taint it, like you're going to dye over it. And once it dries, if you don't wash it properly and immediately, it's going to stain your brush, making it all crusty. So when you do use an eyeshadow, it's not going to go on nicely. And it's actually going to hurt because you have these little balls of paint kind of jabbing you in the eye. So make sure you get a synthetic brush. I hear MAC has good ones. Like I said, this is a concealer brush, so make do with what you have. Anyways, with this, I'm going to be outlining my outer contour, which is kind of weird because I did my first step and then I'm doing my last step second. Bear with me, it makes sense in the end. So I'm just going to make a line and then I'm going to start shading inwards. Take your time with this once again. And anyone with blue eyes or green eyes, this is really going to make them pop. See that line? So now we're going to start filling it in lightly. So all you want is that harshness right there, and then we're just going to start blending it inwards. Don't take any more product. And just the width of the brush of the 239, we're going to be doing a strip right next to the Expensive Pink, but we're not going yet into the Artifact. So leave a space between this, but connect it with the Expensive Pink. And just little by little add this color. And now I'm going to be taking my 239 again, wiping it clean, and then this time I'm going to be using my Makeup Forever Professional eyeshadow in shade number 12, I believe. It's from the Diamond Shadow collection. And it's like the Artifact, but slightly more with a brown undertone instead of a red undertone. It's this one right here. I love this color. It's amazing. You have to have it for fall. So I'm taking just a little bit on my 239, and we're applying this on the Artifact. Just like that. once again, take your blending brush, and now we're going to start contouring and buffing it and just blending it out, making sure that you have the right shape, the right shade, getting rid of all the harsh lines and all that jazz. So once you are happy with the consistency and the shape and the color and all that jazz, once again I'm taking my Quo crease brush. This one is clean. And I'm just taking MAC's Naked Lunch, which is this one. It's like the Femme Fatale from the Neo Sci-Fi collection, except with the yellow undertone, it has a pink undertone. And this is just going to complement the colors better. So I'm using that as a highlight. Now that we're done shading and contouring, we're going to start adding depth and all the little details that really make this look pop. So I am taking Dior's eyeshadow, not quad, what do you call 5? Well, you know what I mean. Anyways, it's this one right here. Gorgeous colors. And this palette is called 970 Stylish Mauve. And I'm taking the darkest shade. It's this matte, dark, midnight purple eggplant kind of color. And I'm going to be taking that on my crease brush, again, the Quo one. Except make sure you wipe it clean this time because we don't want any lightness in this. This is that depth that I was talking about. So I'm just taking a little bit on my brush. Definitely tap off the excess. And we're just going to start going a little bit into the crease and above it. And right now I'm going to take my Sephora brand liner Electro in number 4. It's called Electro Mauve. Really nice color. And I'm just going to line my upper lash line with this. And I'm taking my Elegant Faces angled brush. And I'm taking Sephora brand colorful eyeshadow. It's a single eyeshadow. Colorful Mono Pearl number 12. Really pretty iridescent kind of eggplant color. And I'm just putting a little bit on my angled brush. And I'm just going to start blending into the liner Electro. So I just did my liquid eyeliner, my mascara, and then my concealer. And I'm taking my Sephora brand white eyeliner. You could take your Fascinating Eye Kohl from MAC. And I'm lining my lower lash line. Not my waterline, my lash line. There's a difference. And I'm just going 3/4 of the way. And because I don't have an eyeliner in the same color, I'm using white because then it'll be a little bit brighter and I can manipulate the liner. And the darkest purple that we use to give that depth to our contour, I'm just taking my clean Elegant Faces angled brush, dipping it, and then I'm just putting this on top of the white eyeliner. And once again, just smudging it out. Okay, so this is the finished look. So, of course, I just did my hair, I did my skin makeup, I did my brows, I did my lips. So this is the finished look. There's pictures at the beginning of the tutorial, so I hope you enjoy it. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. And everything that I use is posted in the sidebar right over there. So have a great weekend. Talk to you guys later. Bye.